Negative impacts of World War II on the world economy. World War II had devastating negative impacts on the world economy, affecting both the immediate post-war period and shaping long-term economic trends. The following are some of the key negative impacts. Economic devastation in Europe. The war caused heavy physical destruction across Europe, especially in countries like Germany, Poland, France, and the Soviet Union. Industrial infrastructure, cities, and agricultural lands were destroyed, leading to massive economic setbacks. Human losses and displacement. Millions of people lost their lives during the war, and millions more were displaced or became refugees. War had a significant impact on the labor force and productivity in many countries, disrupting economic activities. Financial costs. The direct financial costs of the war were enormous. Governments had to divert resources away from civilian needs towards military production and war efforts. This often led to large budget deficits, inflation, and increased debt burdens. Disruption of trade and supply chains. The war disrupted trade at the world level and supply chains as transportation routes were blocked or destroyed, and countries imposed trade restrictions. This led to shortages of essential goods and raw materials, further hampering economic recovery. Decline of colonial empires. Many colonial powers, such as Britain and France, suffered significant economic losses during the war. The costs of maintaining colonies became unsustainable, and the war weakened their ability to control and exploit their colonial possessions. Shift in economic power. The war marked the beginning of a shift in economic power from Europe to the United States and, to some extent, the Soviet Union. The U.S. emerged from the war as the world's dominant economic power, while Europe struggled to rebuild. Long-term effects on global trade and finance. The war led to the establishment of new international institutions like the United Nations and the Bretton Woods system, which sought to promote global stability and economic cooperation. However, these institutions also faced challenges in addressing the economic aftermath of the war and fostering sustainable development. Technology and industrial changes. As the war spurred technological innovations and advancements, it also led to the destruction of many existing industries and technologies. Reconstruction efforts required significant investments in modernizing infrastructure and adopting new technologies. Psychological impact on investment and consumption. The uncertainty and trauma of the war years had a lasting impact on consumer and investor confidence. Many people became more cautious about spending and investing, which hindered economic recovery efforts. Finally, World War II left a legacy of economic challenges and transformations that continued to shape the global economy for decades.